if the image for some reason cannot be displayed. This can be due to slow connection or an error in the SRC attribute, or if the user uses a screen reader. So whenever you are making use of the img tag, we had used two attributes. And what were those attributes? Source and alt. So in for the value for the source attribute, you have to specify the location of the image. Okay, and if this image is not displayed, here they're saying that the image sometimes will not be displayed due to a slow connection, or if there is an error in the SRC attribute. So when this image is not getting displayed, the alternated text will be displayed along with it. Okay, so if this image is getting displayed, that time this the value of the alt will be ignored. So alt stands for what? Alternated text, in case if your image is not getting displayed properly due to the SRC attribute. So this example we have already seen it when we were studying about the img tag. The next attribute is the style attribute. So as the name suggests, this style attribute is used to add styles to an element. Okay, it is used for styling an element, and what all it will help to style is color, font, size, and more. So you can change the color of the HTML elements, you can change their font, you can change their size. So one example they have given here, we are styling the p element here. P element, that means we will be styling the paragraph here, and the attribute used with the p tag is the style attribute. Okay, and what the style attribute is doing is, here the value which it has taken, this value is not a normal value, it is a CSS property. Okay, uh, while introducing the first module, I had said that we'll be studying two markup languages. One is HTML and another one is CSS. So this value what is there, it is a CSS property. That means name will be here, that property's name will be here, colon, you have to write the value, and the CSS property ends with a semicolon. More discussion of the CSS, we'll do it in the later videos. Presently you have to just remember that the value which is ending with the semicolon, it is not an HTML value, it is a CSS property. So what is the CSS property? CSS property is, we are making use of color property, and which color value we are making use of is red. It should end with the semicolon, and as it is a value, it should be enclosed within double quotes. And this is the text, this is a red paragraph, and we are ending the paragraph element. Okay, so after executing this document, this text which is there, it should appear in red color, and that too with the help of the style attributes. So let us go to the notepad. Okay, we'll write here doc type HTML, next is HTML, next is body tag, we'll write a heading, example for style attribute. Okay, slash p, close this. We are applying the style for the p element, so p tag, write it, p style is equals to double quotes, the value which we are using here is the CSS property color, and the color is red, end it with the semicolon. Close this value into double quotes and then close the p element. Then write the text, this is a paragraph, this is a paragraph. Okay, and then enclose the p element. Okay, enclose the body tag, enclose the HTML tag. Okay, then we will save this. I'll save, we'll save it as one.html. Okay, then we will go to the folder. Okay, web programs 1. Okay, so you can see here, this is the heading, example for style attribute, and this paragraph element which is there, that has become red color. So style attribute will help to style the HTML elements. So it is not necessary that style can be applied for only paragraphs, it can be applied to any other elements also. For example, we will change the style color of h1. So which is the attribute? Attribute is style is equals to double quotes, make use of the CSS property color, value will give it different, will give it blue, end it with the semicolon as it is a CSS property, then put it a double quote. Okay, then we will save this. Then you just refresh this web page. That means if you are refreshing the web page, what changes you have applied to the notepad, that will be resulting in the web page. Run this. Okay, so you can see that heading has changed to blue color and paragraph has changed to red color. So the source attribute which is there, not source attribute, style attribute which is there, it is helping us to style the elements. So here further we'll be seeing how we will change the font size and all. Presently we have only concentrated on the color of the elements. The next attribute we are discussing is the title attribute. Okay, the title attribute defines some extra information about an element. The value of the title attribute will be displayed as a tooltip when you mouse over the element. For example, P element they have used, and the attribute used is a title, and the value for that attribute is a normal text. What is that normal text? I am a tooltip. Okay, and the content for this paragraph is this is a paragraph, and they have closed the P element. So what this will do is, what this title attribute will do is, once this line is executed in the web page, as I keep the cursor onto this text, below that cursor this title will appear. It will show it as I am a tooltip. For example, we'll just see it in the notepad. File, new. Okay, doc type HTML. Okay, next HTML, next element is body. Okay, and we'll write as h1 example of title element or title tag. Close the heading. Okay, then write P. The attribute is title is equals to, write a text saying that I am a tool tip. Okay, close the double quotes, close the start tag of P, then write this is a paragraph. Okay, then close the P element, close the body tag, close the HTML tag. Okay, we will save this file, save. Okay, to.html, save it. Okay, so we'll come to the web program to double click. So this is the heading example of a title element, and this is the paragraph. So when you keep the mouse or you'll keep the cursor, you can see that the title is coming below in a box. That title is I am a tooltip. So it will not appear on the screen, it will appear once you keep the cursor on that element, and you have to keep the cursor on the element for which you have used that attribute title. Now I have not used the attribute title for the heading. Okay, I have used it for a paragraph. So let us check to give one more title for h1 title. We'll give here one more title. I am also a tooltip. Okay, double quotes. Let's see whether it will appear for both the elements or not. Okay, file, save. Come here and then refresh. Okay, so you can see here it is appearing for heading also. It is saying I am also tooltip, and this is I am a tooltip. Okay, so this is the use of the title attribute. Okay, so hope you all have understood the alt attribute. Alt attribute is used for alternate next text. The style attribute, it is used for styling the elements, and the title attribute, it acts as a content when you keep the cursor on those elements.